If you watch The Last Dance like the rest of us, there was an unlikely a-hole that you did not expect in those first two episodes. I'll talk more about that after this. What's good, everybody? It's your boy Jay here, doing what I do best, talking out the side of my neck. Make sure that you hit the like and subscribe button as well as the share button. Why? Because sharing is caring. And the only way we're going to share this content is with your help, the people. My co-host Jimmy has already put out the latest solo weekdays episode of the Half a Bird Sports Show where he talks about The Last Dance, and I want to give my commentary behind that entire episode. If you want to hear what Jimmy had to say, go ahead and hit the link below in the description and he'll tell you everything that he was thinking about when it comes to The Last Dance. It's funny, on The Last Dance, Michael Jordan became the unlikely person to not be the a-hole in that series. So far, in the first two episodes, we thought that Michael was going to be all of this bad stuff because Michael put out an article saying that in an interview that he felt like we were going to view him that way, view him as the bad guy. And to be honest, I didn't. There was one person, though, that wasn't more of an a-hole than I actually expected. And my co-host Jimmy actually alluded to that on the most recent show, which you can find the link below to listen to. He mentions that Scottie Pippen, one of his favorite players of all time, he would have never expected, actually came out being the a-hole for this show. Yes, I know, I would have never expected Scottie Pippen to be the a-hole that he was, but dude, he really was an a-hole. And it was more so towards Jerry Krause, who was the general manager at the time. I get Scottie, and I also got both Jerrys and understood both of their positions. Now, Scottie Pippen valued stability more than he valued anything else when he came into the league. He shot up in height, went from 6'1" to 6'7" in basically a year's span in college. And when he went pro at the number 5 pick, he didn't think that he was going to last as long as most. Now, he knew that he could play good. He knew that he was a great player, but he had the fear of injury. And at the same time, he had, 11 siblings back home that he wanted to take care of, along with his mom and dad, because he grew up poor. So for him, stability was important. That's why he signed that deal that he signed. The owner told him you shouldn't do this. Jimmy Sexton, his agent, probably told him the exact same thing. But for Scottie Pippen, the value in stability and having money long-term was way more important than the short-term look of risk. And that's kind of where financial literacy comes into the conversation. It's not that he didn't understand how money worked. He understood that if you have money and it's always coming in, you'll be fine. He didn't look at the big risk that comes with being able to bet on yourself because that wasn't stable enough. That wasn't stable enough for him. And I respect that. I also respect Jerry and Jerry for the Chicago Bulls saying that you signed this contract, don't come back and see me until your contract's up. And that's technically what happened with Scottie. After his first 4 years, and he was looking a little bit shaky, there was an actual moment where it was believed he was going to get traded. Heck, if you read the Jordan rules, you actually find out that some certain folks was trying to find a way to get him traded. But Scottie went out there, balled his butt off, and he did deserve more money. But at the same time, he agreed and he extended his contract after the 4th year because he wanted that stability. Now, if Scottie had waited and betted on himself, he would have made more money. We all know this, but I can respect his decision. But he did become an a-hole by the way he picked on Krause, especially the last year when he basically just berated him at all times to the point that his teammates had to tell him and the coaches to say, hey, man, you need to calm that down. It gets that way. And I was very much surprised that Scottie was going to be a bad guy at the beginning, and I understood him because he deserved to be paid more, and they should have looked at trying to extend him. But the big problem that happened with the Chicago Bulls at that time was egos. Egos cost them way more than what they actually got. Probably could have got a couple more championships out of things if they didn't let their egos get in the way. But guess what? We'll never know. I'll have more on The Last Dance here on this channel. So make sure you check out the next video that's coming out a little bit later today. And I'll tell you a little bit more about how I feel.